How's it going, everybody? We're going to talk about extra man offense. To be a great man-up team, you have to be able to pass the ball well. You got to be able to pass it off the carry, pull passes, skip passes, drag passes where you're on the back pedal, where you're throwing it or throwing it behind the back, reverse pull passes when you've got pressure, skip passes through the defense, lever passes with no follow-through and look-offs, behind the back passes that are hard to read, wall passes where you throw it inside, underhand passes, under sticks, no cradle passing, wind-up passing. You do not want to be switching hands on man up unless you're under severe pressure. And let's look at some highlights from Division I lacrosse. Look at how hard they're throwing the ball. They're carrying. They're throwing back. They're looking off a skip pass. One more, wind up, drag, step in the gap, wind up, pass, and then a beautiful screenshot. Another throwback, a wall pass inside, back down, an underhand pass, rip through the defense. You got to have these pieces and parts. It's not about the X's and the O's. Watch how fast Ohio State bangs this ball, one after the other, carrying, throwing, dragging. Here's your back pedal drag, a crease roll off, a wind-up pass, another wind-up pass, and then a quick release shot. These are the parts. The more you watch it, the more you see a lot of the same things. A throwback, a throw ahead, a wind-up, a fake, a throw, a fake, a draw, a dump, a draw, a dump, a wind-up, a skip, screenshot. But how do you teach all this stuff? We're going to show you. Watch how hard DU throws the ball, and then watch this deceptive pass. Open up, look it off, lever. That's a quick release, no follow-through type of look-off pass. Now this player gets pressured a little bit, and then watch this pass. No cradle, skip pass, quick stick. That's how you move the ball. You got to be a great shooting team to be a great man-up team. You got to have an array of shots, screenshots around the defender approaching you, double fake finishes, face dodge finishes, low-high wind-ups with pull shots and leaners, high-low wind-ups with anti-leaners and elevators, and the inside shots you get off a wall pass and a quick release turnaround shots. We have to work on these, but we have to identify them and understand what they are. Watch this screenshot. There's no way a goalie's going to save that. They can't see it. Here's another great example of a screenshot. Look at this. How are you going to save that? You should look for your screenshot at every opportunity. Here, a really nice wall pass shot. Turnaround, low to high, really difficult to guard. Watch this skip pass to a double fake finish. You're going to see two fakes off this finish on the skip pass down to Matt Rambo. Fake high, low, high. It also happens to be near, far, near. Unbelievable finishes. Faking is such a big part of man-up play. You got to fake the rotations out of your wind-up. Look-back fakes, behind-the-back fakes. You got to be able to drag and pump passes. You got to be able to pump ahead. You got to be able to fake behind the back, behind. The more you can fake, the more you're going to screw up the defense. Watch Marquette fake passes. It's a thing of beauty, the way they fake their passes to screw up rotations. Watch this right here. Fake, pass, fake, rotation, screwed. Skip pass, success. Watch this fake with a little drag and a look back. No, next time. He's going to fake that pass next time. I jumped the gun on this, but that's a good segue into this. Watch how he fakes it up the field, looks off his shot. He's looking things off. You got to look everything off. Look at this. He takes a quick look, just enough to get his hands free to release the shot. We're going to get a third look at this. He quickly takes a pause, a quick look up, and gets his shot off. This clip of Stanwyck, watch this. He fakes so many times that nobody comes and plays him. It's actually incredible how often the guy faked it. That fake there, this fake right there, the look off. You see the head turn very subtle. He turns his head. You got to have perfect positioning on the perimeter. You got to step in for a one more shot. You got to pinch the pipes. The slot player has to find that soft spot. The low outlets needs to be a threat but open to be a feeder or an adjacent pass. The wing shooter needs to step in. The perimeter, no hand switches. The crease man who's being locked, seal the rotations. And we all got to push and pull together. You're all on a string. That's what positioning is all about. So watch this, a little two-man action here, the pass up, and then the perfect step in. That's a step in example. Here, DU is just masterful at sneaking. They got a little four-man rotation going on. Look at the low guys sneaking on the pipes, really getting underneath their guys. Look how much they sneak under. But then the ball side guy gets open so he can feed while the backside low guy sneaks in. It's just beautiful lacrosse. Here's another sneak on the backside pipe. That's the double fake finish from Rambo we saw before. You got to sneak. The backside low's got to sneak. Watch the DU player in the slot here. Watch him find that soft spot. Watch him step and watch the drags and the angles and the way that the Denver player is able to get it inside. It's a thing of beauty. Here you're going to notice that Notre Dame is pressuring, and DU's, their positioning is great. They get wide, and they're not going to switch hands unless all of a sudden somehow they run into trouble, in which case, yeah, they're going to switch all right, but they're going to otherwise always play with their strong hand on man up. There's not that many movements, but you got to understand all of them and practice them. The two-man shallow cuts, the three-man rotations, a couple different four-man rotations. There's even five-man. You got roll-offs, X roll-offs, wing roll-offs, top roll-offs, single cuts and double cuts that open up players behind you and then seal players. Ohio State's great about this. Watch the double cut here. Two guys cut, they draw players down, they swing the ball, beautiful little drag, and then step in, hands-free, rip. This is a two-man carry, shallow cut that opens up the top step-down shooter. Here you're going to watch Notre Dame with a three-man rotation behind. Two guys behind the three-man rotation. It occupies three players. Then they kick it up to a two-man shallow cut that you can see is opening stuff up. Here's three-man rotation on the wing. Kick it up. The slot man's getting open. Let's do another three-man. It occupies three players, and it leaves two to cover three on the backside. That's why those rotations work so well. Here, DU with a really nice carry, roll off, backside roll off, ball side sneak, one more, kick it up, step in, leaner for a shot and a score. There's a wing roll off, carry up, wing roll off, Terps in a five-man, throw it inside. And the wing roll off, the X roll off, it creates stuff. This is like the Syracuse rotation. It's a four-man rotation. You're going to notice that there's four men moving, wing X, crease, and backside. You're going to see four men move again, wing, sneak, crease, and backside. And here's where we see that beautiful double fake finish again. But that's the classic look Syracuse runs all the time. Ohio State's running a top. They're running a top roll-off. They're in a 1-3-2, a 1-4-1, carry it, back pedal, drag it to a 1-3-2, cause them to rotate. They're playing a four-man rotation. They can't keep up with it. Hopkins does a lot of this. This is a push-pull. This is no rotation. You got a good cut down, but everybody, when you start pushing aside, it makes it real tough on the defense. The concepts, five-man. It's the soft spot is inside. Four-man, beat the rotation. So watch DU here. They got a double cut. Carolina's in a five-man, and they're able to find that soft spot because it's a five-man rotation. It means that the crease is going to be the soft spot. In a locked crease with a four-man rotation, you got to try to beat the rotation, either through quicker ball movement or through skip passes. So you're going to see they're able to just beat the rotation with their ball movement. A skip pass will do it too. So let's talk about some quick passing drills. Crank passing. You want to be able to throw the ball hard like these college teams? Throw the ball hard in practice. Crow hop, rip it. Catch it. Get used to it. Crow hop, rip it. Underhand, overhand. You don't have to work on your weak hand. but you got to be able to throw this ball really, really hard. You know, if you look at a lot of the rotations, they're all circular in nature. Working on throwing the ball in the circle passing drill is an incredible way, whether you're going sticks to the inside or sticks to the outside. Look back, face dodge. Look back, face dodge, bring it back, move it. These are the types of passes that people have to be able to do. You got to be able to throw the ball back on a pull pass. You got to be able to fake and face dodge and backhand pass. This drill will help you be slicker on your man up. Let's get into shooting. Got to work on your screenshots. I stress this all the time. Get tennis balls, shoot it around your man. Don't kill your defenders or your goalie. You got to use tennis balls for these drills. But if you're not a good screenshot shooter, you're not going to have as good of a man up team. And it's going to set up your dodges a little bit when people get scared of getting hit. It's got to shoot screenshots. You got to shoot them hard, not be afraid to hurt people. Low, high, wind up, probably the most important shooting skill I've ever learned. Low, high, wind up. Low, high, crow hop. It gives you a really nice hesitation in your shot stroke. You can kind of see how it loads up. Low, high, rip, right? Low, high, hammer. You can manipulate the goalie and freeze him. Your face dodge finish might be the most exciting new technique I've learned. I started watching box players watch how the Carolina player face dodges over and then reaches far. What I've learned about this finish is the goalies cannot keep up. When you face dodge over, they can't keep up with your reach. It's faster to face dodge and come back over than it is to fake and come back and reset. I started watching NLL players. They do this all the time, and it sets up their reach, their 5-hole shot, as well as their twister. And it's just a quicker way, because when you face dodge over and you come back, the goalies cannot keep up with your reach, which means they have to overplay it. They got to jump over it, and it opens up 5-hole shots and near side shots. Watch Lyle. The threat of his face dodge reach means the goalie has to come off the pipe. So this face dodge finish is not hard to learn. It's actually quite natural. And we're going to be able to teach our kids how to do this. This is a phenomenal shooting drill for finishing and in-tight shooting. We're using lacrosse balls and tennis balls, but we're throwing the ball really hard. One of the hardest things to do is just catch and then finish. So if you work on this drill and then you say, all right, everybody, we want to face dodge over and then reach, or face dodge over and then twister, or we want to be able to double fake finish and twister. These are the kinds of drills that will help you with your finishing big time, but you got to shoot a lot. If you want to be a great finishing team, you better shoot the ball a ton. Here we're about to do the same 4-corner diagonal shooting drill, but now we're working on it off a drag. Why? Because we got to be able to drag on man up. We got to be able to drag down and still fire a ball, and then double fake finish, twister. We got to be able to drag and fire the ball. We did drags off this. We did carries off this. We did drag and behind the backs. We did crow hops. We're working on all of the different passes, and we're leading it right into shots and finishes. If you want to be a great man-up team, you got to do a ton of 3-on-2 varieties. Pass down, pick down, throw back when they follow you, one more across. These are all the same skills that you're seeing these guys at the college level doing. Pass down, pick away, slip, feed the slip. That's how you work. That's how you work on that. Pass down, pick away. Really nice. Heads up, pass down, pick down. Got picked up, step into the gap, fake, throw. One more again. This is the type of passing that anybody wants to have on their man-up team. There are a million versions of man-ups. You can do them from behind, carry, throwback, fade. This is the same kind of stuff that happens on man-up, and you got to be able to do it against poles. You got to be able to handle the ball, carry, throwback, cut in. All of these man-ups are going to prime you for all the different looks that you might want to have when you're playing in real man-up situations. A little reverse pull pass, look inside, and you got to finish. Here we got 3-on-2s from the wings. It's called 3-on-2 push-pull. You can also do this where you cycle and cut. But you can see this really simulates the side of a 1-3-2, the drags, the fakes, the step-ins. You have to run 4-on-3 drills to build up to your man up, man down. Let's watch these Canadians, the way they move the ball. First of all, they're doing a great job of no cradling, looking for skips, looking for reversals, looking for one-mores. If you can move the ball this quickly, you're going to be a pretty good man up team. But there are some drills that you can do within this 4-on-3 that I want to talk about now. First, I want this player to be able to drag down left-handed and then throw the ball across to the top righty shooter. I want the same thing to happen on the other side. Down, up, drag, and throw it back across. I want the ball to go down, up, drag, across. And then down, up, drag, across. That is a motion and a ball movement drill I like to do before we score. So I'll say, hey guys, let's get that twice on each side. Down, up, drag, across. Down, up, drag, across. Do it one more time. Throw it down and up, drag across. Down, up, drag, throw it across. Meanwhile, we're going to have our low players pinching and sneaking every single time. So not only are we going to get our ball movement, but if the ball is here and we're dragging, we've got this guy sneaking in. We saw how important that was in a lot of our videos. You need to be able to do that really well. We got to be able to practice our carry and our shallow cuts out of all situations. So this is our little Buckeye buildup. Out of the 2-on-1, we're just playing draw and dump, fake and finish. Fake feed and finish. But once we get into 3-on-2s, we move the ball off the ground, and then we're going straight into shallow cuts every single time. You saw how many carries and passes to be able to throw it under sticks, carry, and throw back. We got to be able to do this, and to be able to play your ground ball scrambles with more motion is good for both sides of the ball. You saw the fake, you saw the carry, you saw the shallow, you saw the dump down, another shallow, a quick underhand feed. That's good ball movement, and that's how you ought to train your players. 5-on-4 drills are incredible because they teach you the basics of what a 6-on-5 is going to look like. So let's take a look at this one and talk about a couple things that you can do within your 5-on-4s. First of all, we can, if the ball is with this player, we can carry and shallow in this drill, and it becomes, if this guy sneaks in, it becomes a great play that you saw a few of the Division I teams doing. But you're not limited to carrying it there. You could carry up the wing and shallow down the wing while these players were all finding their spots. You could carry up this wing and shallow down that. So you can do it all over the field, but those carries and shallows are going to be really good for your man up, and you can do them in these drills, and it'll make you a better man up team and a better man down team. See where that player caught the ball on the backside? He's a starting attacking for us. Division I recruit, nice player, sneaks, understands how to get in there tight. Whereas you can see the righty on the backside is way back. And you want to be in there as much as you can for that one-timer. So here we've got a really cool drill that is a 5v4 with a crease man in a box. So you can see that we're moving the ball, and the backside defenders have to get in. And this simulates the 5-man rotations where the crease is open, whereas the other 5-on-4 simulates a 4-man rotation where the crease is locked. So here we're working on getting it inside as much as we can. But you can also work on your rotations here, and I recommend that you do that. So let's just say we've got this scenario right here. Carry, roll off, cut in. Out of those 3 players, you can do that. How about if we did it out of these 3 players? Carry up, roll off, slide in. It's going to be there in games. You can practice it in your 5-on-4s. How about this one? Carry over, slide in, roll off. We can do it with those 3 players. And obviously we saw Notre Dame run the play behind where they carried behind, the low guy slid in, and the crease guy rolled off. Again, these motions are going to allow you to work on everything you need to work on while you're keeping the drills on the small-sided level. It's going to make a big difference for you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this helped you out, because I believe that the key to man up, man down is less in the X's and the O's and more in the development of your players.